Hi everyone, I am here with a Bible reading. I hope you guys are having a good day. Today we are going to start with Mark chapter 9, verse 30, reading through chapter 10, verse 12. We are finishing up the King James Version, and remember, next week we'll be reading in the New International Version. I had to take turns for people, so to make it fair. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started.
Make it fair.
And they departed thence, and passed through Galilee, and he would not that any man should know it. For he taught his disciples, and said unto them, The Son of Man is delivered into the hands of men, and they shall kill him, and after that he is killed, he shall rise the third day. But they understood not that saying, and were afraid to ask him. And he came to Capernaum, and being in the house, he asked them, What was it that ye disputed among yourselves by the way? But they held their peace, for by the way they had disputed among themselves who should be the greatest. But Jesus knows what they were talking about anyway. And he sat down, and called the 12, and saith unto them, If any man desire to be first, the same shall be last of all, and servant of all. And he took a child, and set him in the midst of them. And when he had taken him in his arms, he said unto them, Whosoever shall receive one of such children in my name, receiveth me. And whosoever shall receive me, receiveth not me, but him that sent me. And John answered him, saying, Master, we saw one casting out devils in thy name, and he followeth not us, and we forbade him, because he followed not us. But Jesus said, Forbid him not, for there is no man which shall do a miracle in my name that can lightly speak evil of me. For he that is not against us is on our part. For whosoever shall give you a cup of water to drink in my name, because ye belong to Christ, verily I say unto you, he shall not lose his reward. And whosoever shall offend one of these little ones that believe in me, it is better for him that a millstone were hanged about his neck, and he were cast into the sea. And if thy hand offend thee, cut it off. It is better for thee to enter life maimed, than having 2 hands to go into hell, into the fire that never shall be quenched, where their worm dieth not, and the fire is not quenched. And if thy foot offend thee, cut it off. It is better for thee to enter halt into life, than having 2 feet to be cast into hell, into the fire that never shall be quenched, where their worm dieth not, and the fire is not quenched. And if thine eye offend thee, pluck it out. It is better for thee to enter into the kingdom of God with 1 eye, than having 2 eyes to be cast into hell fire, where their worm dieth not, and the fire is not quenched. For every one shall be salted with fire, and every sacrifice shall be salted with salt. Salt is good, but if the salt has lost its saltiness, wherewith while ye season it? Have salt in yourselves, and have peace one with another. And he arose from thence, and cometh into the coasts of Judea, by the farther side of the Jordan. And the people resort unto him again, and as he was wont, he taught them again. And the Pharisees came to him and asked him, Is it lawful for a man to put away his wife? Tempting him. And he answered and said unto them, What did Moses command you? And they said, Moses suffered to write a bill of divorcement, and to put her away. And Jesus answered and said unto them, For the hardness of your heart he wrote you this preceit. But from the beginning of creation, God made them male and female. For this cause shall a man leave his father and mother, and cleave to his wife, and they twain shall be one flesh. So then they are no more twain, but one flesh. What therefore God hath joined together, let not man put asunder. And in the house his disciples asked him again of the same matter. And he saith unto them, Whosoever shall put away his wife, and marry another, committeth adultery against her. And if a woman shall put away her husband, and be married to another, she committeth adultery. And that is where we're going to stop with Mark today. Okay, now we are reading Psalm 44, verses 1 through 8. We have heard with our ears, O God. Our fathers have told us what work thou didst in their days in the times of old, how thou didst drive out the heathen with thy hand and plantest them, how thou didst afflict the people and cast them out. For they got not the land in possession by their own sword, neither did their own arm save them, but thy right hand and thine arm, and the light of thy countenance, because thou hadst a favor unto them. Thou art my King, O God. Command deliverances for Jacob. Through thee will he push down our enemies. Through thy name will we tread them under that rise up against us. For I will not trust in my bow, neither shall my sword save me. But thou hast saved us from our enemies, and hast put them to shame that hated us. In God we boast all the day long, and praise thy name forever. Selah. And that is where we're stopping today with Psalm 44. And our Proverbs today, we have one, which is Proverbs chapter 10, verse 19. In the multitude of words there wanteth not sin, but he that refraineth his lips is wise. All right, guys, that was our Bible reading for today. I hope it touched your hearts. Let's see here. Okay. Your question for last night was, who wrote the first 5 books of the Old Testament? Which is the Pentateuch. And the answer you should have came up with is Moses. Moses. Okay. All right. This is from the Old Testament as well, but you hear a lot of it in our readings in the Psalms still, in the new, when we're reading our daily Bible reading. So, your question for tonight is this. What was the first plague the Lord sent on Egypt? What was the first of the plagues the Lord sent on Egypt? You know, when he was rescuing the Hebrews to free them out of Egypt into the promised land. What was the first plague God sent Egypt? Okay, so that is your question for tonight. And our prayer requests. Okay. Please keep Lonnie Doles Jr. and family in your prayers. They sent him home, but he had to go back for an infusion today of his chemo. And they're going to be having a benefit for him in April out here where we live, right up the road from us, if you'd like to come. Okay, Jimmy Myers, Sherman Crabtree. Sherm has lost more weight since he's been from the doctor, which was just a day ago. And his stomach's still hurting. He's still having the bad acid and heartburn. Please keep him in your prayers. Nothing seems to help it. Nothing he takes seems to help it. We've tried Alka-Seltzer, prescription heartburn medicine, over-the-counter stuff, Mylanta. They gave him in the hospital. I can't remember what all we gave him. So much and nothing's helping. Okay, Rhonda Karshner. My mom had her scan done and they haven't called with the results yet. So I'll let you know when I find out anything, hopefully Monday. Abby Myers, Layla and her son Emil, Michelle Watkins, Andrew and Bella, Judy Thompson, Cindy and Jim Welsh, Dora Carper, Garnet Boyer and Jim Mitchell, Melody Stanley, April and Linda Thacker, Randy Post, Henry, Michael Cairns, Jason, Sammy, and Paco. Alright guys, that was everything for today. I hope it touched your guys' hearts. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Let's bring those souls to Jesus, and God willing, we'll see you guys again tomorrow with another Bible reading. Bye guys. God bless.